So Unknown 9 came out and it was an absolute disaster, a failure of a launch, and I've covered it a little bit. Other colleagues of mine have covered it, but I saw this article by Smash JT on his website where one of the actresses for Unknown 9 Awakening accidentally admits to being a DEI hire. We already know what that means. It means it's somebody that's not necessarily the most qualified person for the job, but it's somebody that gets hired just so that they could have a checkbox for DEI clout filled out. The studios are doing this to cater to a modern audience. They don't give a fuck about making good games anymore, guys. They're more worried about wokeness and benefiting from it and virtue signaling and being like, hey guys, look at us, look at what we're doing. So I thought this was interesting because it seems like more and more studios are hiring DEI hires or woke unhinged activists like Erica Ishii with Ghost of Yote. But now let's look at this one right here. So this says another example of a DEI-driven hiring undermining the integrity of the video game industry. Anya Chalotra, the main actress for Unknown 9 Awakening, accidentally admitted to the truth behind her casting. So she's the main character of it. So according to Wikipedia, she's a British actress born in Wolverhampton, England, to an English mother and an Indian father. She grew up in the village of Lower Penn and attended St. Dominic's Grammar School in Braywood. Chalotra discovered her passion for acting through school and youth theater groups, later honing her craft at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art and the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. She made her stage debut in 2017 in Much Ado About Nothing at Shakespeare's Globe and gained much wider recognition for her role as Yennefer of Vengerberg in Netflix's The Witcher. So she has a resume. Impressive. I'm not going to hate her on that. She's got a good resume. She's got a whole bunch of qualifications behind her. She's been somewhere. So why not? And I'm not knocking any female that's in the business or is a female protagonist or stuff. What I knock is basically hiring somebody just so you can fill out a checkbox, a DEI checkbox. You're a DEI hire. You're a token. You're a person of color. You're a female just to be a female in the lead. You're LGBTQ. Like, you're hired just because of that. You're not part of an actual qualification or just with the handwriting, with the writing in the story. You're not, your character is only good because they're female. I mean, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadows has Yasuke. He's only good because he's Yasuke in the game, right? There's no real bearing to anything other than, hey, we're just going to do it so we can get wokeness points at the end of the day. Now, continue on, it says, in a series of shorts posted on the CGMonthly YouTube channel, Chalotra gave a cringy and honestly extremely boring interview that unintentionally exposed the ultimate hollow nature of her involvement in the game, demonstrating once again how prioritizing diversity over skill is ultimately weakening the gaming industry. So throughout the interview, while undeniably a beautiful woman, Chalotra struggled to even articulate what her role in the game actually even was. Like a student who forgot to study for a test, her disjointed responses and obvious discomfort displayed a lack of understanding or any kind of deeper connection with the project. She rambled on, stumbling over her words about how she didn't even audition but was simply offered the part. Wow. So it seems like she had no clue about her role, honestly. When you're being interviewed, you can't hype up the game. You see actors do it, like the Marvel actors, they hype up whatever MCU project they're in. You got to have some pizzazz, you got to have some charisma and stuff, and apparently she was fumbling. Now, Smash says this means that she was hired not for any kind of proven expertise for a specific role or experience, but because of her identity fitting neatly into the diversity, equity, and inclusion box that so many companies are obsessed with checking off these days. And that's what I have a problem with. Like, it's like you're doing it just to do it. Give it to the best person. Give it to the best person. Give the role to the most qualified individual. Quit trying to fucking virtue signal, is my point. Now, going on, she said, I didn't audition. I was offered the opportunity and I jumped at it. She awkwardly mentions it and how it was her first experience doing motion capture. The comments were meant to show enthusiasm, but instead accidentally revealed she was chosen specifically to fit the role created for her diversity. Wow. I know there's people out there, oh, these guys hear the word diversity and they shudder. All these right-wing grifters, they just get scared at the word of diversity. No, it's a fucking... Diversity means fucking nothing in gaming now. Diversity just means, oh, she's a female that we hired just to check off a box. Now, it says she referenced being inspired by Andy Serkis and wanting to play an ape in Planet of the Apes, which honestly was a pretty bizarre and irrelevant comparison that further emphasized her confusion about her role in the first place. That's weird. If you're going to compare your experience to playing an animal, it's probably not a good look when your character is a human being. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It seems like she might be clueless. I have no clue, but it says it's impossible for him to escape the conclusion that the specific casting wasn't about talent or passion for the project. It was about meeting diversity quotas, her awkwardness in discussing the role, her continued vague and aimless answers, and the fact that she was simply offered the position scream of a DEI hire. And don't even get me started on how she responds to the question on if she plays video games. So I guess she was asked if she plays video games and she couldn't answer it. Let's just take a look, just for shits and giggles. Let's look at it.
Yeah, I play. I've played when I was a kid. I played The Witcher. When I got the part, and that was my first introduction really into how big this world was. And I'm definitely gonna play Unknown 9 and play myself, which would be very confusing.
She literally doesn't even seem like she has any confidence in any of the answer that she gave there. She literally looks like she's fucking struggling to think about what she's going to say. Wow. Holy crap. She absolutely is a DEI hire, guys. That's bad. Now, continuing on, says this ultimately is the core issue. Prioritizing DEI goals over hiring the best talent available is an extremely dangerous precedent for the gaming industry. When studios fill crucial roles in their projects with people who are not hired for their skill, passion, or understanding the material, the result is, well, subpar content. And that's it. She literally seems like she don't give a fuck about the video game or anything like that. It was just, she was hired for her part to get the money. Right? This goes on to say, gaming as an art form thrives on talented individuals who understand and care about the medium. When those roles are handed out as tokens of checkboxes, the quality of games inevitably suffers. And a lot of these companies are doing it. And again, it's been exposed that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with this, and he talks about it, saying that it's the brainchild of Kim Belair, who's the Sweet Baby Inc. head honcho, an advocate for diversity in gaming through her company, and it's clear that her priorities lie far from making a great game, right? They can't make it. It's not their top priority. Instead, they're focusing on basically injecting DEI hires into the project. Not good gameplay, not an engaging experience, and this game's failing right off the gate. They're literally failing with it, guys. Gameplay's uninspired. The writing's horrible. There's technical issues, bugs, glitches, you name it. Performance problems. And it's all because Sweet Baby Inc.'s involved. They want woke narratives and ideologies promoted instead. So I think from what I've seen and what Smash says is Chalotra's interview paints a bleak picture of a game that cannot meet the standards gamers have come to expect. And that discomfort throughout the interview speaks volumes about the current state of the industry, where checking the DEI box is more important than finding skilled and passionate individuals who truly fit the role. So yeah, if they're going to keep doing that, they're going to keep hiring people that are just fucking so awkward. Like, I mean, look at this.
I didn't audition. I was offered the opportunity, and I jumped at it. I grabbed it with both hands because it's.
She can't even speak about the game properly.
Opportunity for me to do motion capture. I love working with my body. Very inspired by Andy Serkis.
What?
I've always wanted to be an ape in Planet of the Apes. I loved studying animals.
I mean, I'm sure she's a fantastic human being and stuff, but obviously she has no place. And I'm not trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to say that she doesn't belong. She's not a real gamer. I hate when people say, oh, well, you don't play video games to anybody. But, I mean, literally, like, you could just tell that Sweet Baby Inc. put their fingers in this and hired people just to do it. And that's the problem. All right? We need quality in gaming now. We need to make video games great again, like the saying says. We need to focus on good writing, good gameplay, good mechanics, good stories, and just all around something that's entertaining. Video games are supposed to be fun, and when you're hiring people that are DEI hires, they're not going to be the best for the position, man. Nobody's going to buy into it. It's going to be dead. It's going to have no emotion. I haven't even played this game, and I think it's cringe just from what I've seen in this interview. So let me know your thoughts, guys, down below. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.